packed, half blue, half red, and we're underway here in the mountain.
Wisconsin starting out in man-to-man. Zach Showalter on Joel Berry. And this is a great matchup. Justin Jackson and Nigel Hayes. Jackson, an underrated player nationwide.
The heels go to Isaiah Hicks, a little bit strong on the opportunities for both teams, but still scoreless. Into Meeks, the senior from Charlotte, breaks the ice.
That was a nice screen by
Bounce against Georgetown last night as Jackson misses the three. Hayes secures the loose ball.
Boy, one of the first times I've seen Joel Berry not be the quickest guy to the ball. I thought he would get that. Instead, it was Nigel Hayes.
Quick move by Happ. Bothered by Meeks. Ball still loose, and it belongs to Carolina.
A great move.
Is this guy right here, Kenny Williams. He is shooting the ball well this season.
He is a very good. Another steal. You have got to pass away from the defense, not to the offense. A mistake by Justin Jackson.
And that's Ethan Happ, who last year as a freshman led the Big Ten in steals, and he's averaging almost 2 steals per game so far this season. One-on-one with Meeks. And Meeks bothered him enough to prevent Happ from scoring. And a 6'9" sophomore from Grand Rapids has checked into the game now for Wisconsin. He takes the place of Vito Brown. Hicks on the block. Baseline turnaround will go 4-0 Carolina.
Wisconsin.
Happ switches hands and misses. Wisconsin 0 for 8.
He uses a ton of fakes, so you have to be prepared to stay on your feet and go up after he does in order to bother the shot. There's that wing ball screen in the secondary break. Good pass.
Deep position for Meeks. 6-0 Tar Heels.
They just keep coming at you. Rebounds, 3 assists, not quite as good in the semifinals against Georgetown, but he knows how to play, and he's tough.
Bradley. Jump hook makes it 8-0. Brad Thomas with a turnaround. Rebound down to Jackson. Georgetown.
Really not a ton of perimeter scoring on the floor right now for Wisconsin.
Iverson dribbles into trouble, finds Trice. Extra look in the corner for Hayes. And Wisconsin still can't get one to go. They're 0 for 11.
This is
Iverson had a big-time dunk and a big-time block among other great plays in the semifinal against the Hoyas.
This is where he needs to be, in the post, where he can do some more damage. Excellent passer as well.
Trice for 3. Finally, something goes for the Badgers. Kenny Williams getting a lot more playing time because of the injury to Theo Pinson, out a couple more months with a broken foot. And Williams off to a very good start this year. Berry behind a screen, knocks down a 3.
Boy, you go underneath. You might have been able to do that 2 years ago. One of the best guards in the country.
Nate Britt with the ball into the game for the first time now for the Tar Heels. Will pull up and have that shot blocked.
They were, Wisconsin, really staying home on defense. They're trying to, they want the floor compact, and North Carolina wants the floor spread.
Hayes guarded by Meeks out on the perimeter. Koenig back into the game for the Badgers. Now Thomas over Bradley. Yes.
Well, finally, Wisconsin gets the ball inside. 22%. Now, to show you what that is, that's about 280th in the country. And that is not where Wisconsin usually is. They're usually in the top 10 in the country in turnover percentage.
Britt for 3.
Don't like that shot. Just taken off a one pass that didn't make the defense move at all. Nate Britt has been playing so well at 12 points in the semifinals against Oklahoma State.
Vito Brown will knock down a 3. The senior
into Meeks' chest knocked him back.
Berry the lob inside for Meeks, and count it to give Carolina a 5-point.
Good luck stopping.
Happ getting as deep as he can and draws the foul. Ethan Happ in one, really close to the rim.
Great footwork, and also he does a really good job of it. So you've got to be really disciplined as a defender and not leave the floor until he does to go up and try to block a shot. But that's where he needs to improve also. He just doesn't look comfortable at the free throw line.
Comes into the game tonight at 50% on the season, and there he is with another steal, a carbon copy of the one we saw earlier. Hayes has it knocked away. Bodies on the floor, and Hayes had it, but was he out of bounds, or are they going to call?
And he'll probably do it again this year.
And not a good look there by Brown.
Bad angle. Yeah. One more.
But Carolina's not doing a whole lot of scoring either. 13-8.
And right now, North Carolina's beating Wisconsin at Wisconsin's pace. I mean, this pace is advantage Wisconsin.
Meeks. Tip back up and in, but wave it off. Basket interference.
Well, North Carolina's getting up.
Woods off to Hicks. Hicks pulls up from the foul line and buries it.
Well, how about that? He wasn't doing that 1 or 2 years ago. Catches the ball and then a one dribble pull up in the lane. That was really nice.
Showalter pressured by Britt and then Woods. Showalter the long jumper. Two. I think they're going to take a look at it at the timeout. Right now, they have
their points in the paint. Now going to a box set.
How about this, Jay, for Wisconsin? Nigel Hayes, Ethan Happ, Bronson Koenig, scoreless. Not a point for any one of the three of them. What a move by Meeks.
Boy, Ethan Happ has shown some really good footwork, and Kennedy Meeks sees that footwork and raises it. Nicely done.
I hate to break this to you, Jay, but he's leaving your scoring mark in the dust right now. He has blown by you.
He's got a coach that lets him shoot.
He's up to 1,070 now, 8 of them tonight. Happ got Meeks in the air, and there's the first bucket for Ethan Happ.
And there's another fake. Nice
bird at the line, where it's been a struggle for him this season. Three-point play for Happ.
Good idea.
Carolina fans wanted to walk on Illikainen. Happ over Hicks. No. Had it and lost it to Meeks.
Good job by Isaiah Hicks to just stay big and make Happ score over him.
Deep one for Barry. Yes!
What an improvement. You know, now every time
for the all-Final Four team as well. Hayes can't hit from outside. Meeks yet another rebound.
Well, right now, Nigel Hayes has become strictly a perimeter player. He's not doing anything inside the paint.
And Barry from the elbow to extend the lead to 8. Greg Gard needs a timeout. Hayes, Koenig, the three leading scorers for Wisconsin. They've only got 3 points in this game. Happ's got them all. Koenig hasn't scored. Hayes hasn't scored. Koenig 21 and 20 in the first 2 games of the tournament for the Badgers. Now Hayes getting to the basket.
It's about time. Keeps the ball so high on the offensive end when he gets it. Here's the guy that's got to step up. It's Justin Jackson. Has not had his best game thus far. And he's had a great tournament.
Boy, was he good last night against Oklahoma State. 22 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, and no turnovers. And how about the soft touch there for Joel Barry?
I mean, he just took Nigel Hayes on, went right into his chest, and got a little jump hook over him. And Joel Barry's not afraid of anything.
Double figures now for Barry.
Good help by Tony Bradley, and then recovered to his matchup.
Showalter finds an open Brown. 15-footer is good.
Well, he is doing a nice job of setting screen. Picked his dribble up instead of just dribbling back out.
Jackson slithers inside, can't finish. Meeks down with another rebound. Tip back out to Britt.
Ethan Happ is so active.
And Jackson will get called for the foul as Happ steps in to take the charge. And grinders, you called it, Jay, of a first half here in Lahaina.
It's been like a fight where it's been nothing but body punches.
Yep. Jackson for three. Meets with his 10th rebound of the game already, and he's headed to the free throw line. Hey, it's rivalry weekend and Saturday. What's on the card? There's a little TV secret for you there.
Experience allows a freshman like Tony Bradley to come in and sit. Almost a great steal there by Nate Britt.
Iverson baseline off to Hat. Backing down, Bradley scores over him.
Have to give them an opportunity for an offensive board. Here comes the high screen.
Berry off to Jackson, and he is fouled on a three-point attempt by Nigel Hayes.
Nigel Hayes.
It has been for Nigel Hayes. Committed a foul to send Jackson to the line for three.
And the other thing you're doing is Justin Jackson has not got his team is having a rough night. Don't foul him and let him watch the ball go through the net 3 times. And now all of a sudden Justin Jackson's feeling a heck of a lot better than he did before.
Hayes. And Carolina will take its largest lead of the game to the locker room at halftime. Up by gave Justin Jackson 3 free throws.
Yeah, that foul by Nigel Hayes was not an intelligent play. It should have been. I'm sure they thought it should have been 6 points going into halftime. Instead, it's 9. And there have not been a lot of offensive rebounds in this game and not been a lot of fouls. Both teams have played good defense without fouling.
Wisconsin does not have a single offensive rebound of the game. Carolina's got 3. There has not been a single fast break bucket in this game.
Nigel Hayes looks to drive this matchup and get the ball inside a little bit more. How about going inside? Zach Showalter posting up.
The 6'3" senior, Zach Showalter, with a bucket to bring Wisconsin back within 7.
Well, you've really got to be alert when you're passing anywhere around Ethan Happ because he is very active and very smart defensively.
Hicks with a long jumper, showing good range.
He's such a good player, staying on the floor longer. He had a lot of foul trouble last year. I think he would have played even more minutes last year if he stayed out of foul trouble.
Koenig, his first points of the night.
It is difficult to get it inside against Happ. You've got to come back as a big guy. You better come back to a post pass. They've thrown away a couple trying to get it to him.
Nice catch by Hicks, the assist to Jackson.
That time Justin Jackson
label removed later on in the season. Hayes for 3. Man, did he need that one. 6-point game. Jackson all the way to the goal.
What? He was like a running.
Boy, Williams stopped on a dime to avoid a travel. Now cross court to Jackson. Tough one on the baseline, but he's fouled. Small forwards in the country. Jackson, a junior now, coming off a great game last night against Oklahoma State.
All those awards now at that Wendy's Wooden Award show, they're named after some of the greatest players. They're all still living, so the living legend gives you the award. It is so cool. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, you win the Naismith,
and it's a 10-point lead, largest of the game for Carolina.
If Carolina wins this tournament, I don't think there's much question who the MVP is. Joe Berry has been fabulous. Great cut.
Showalter to Happ.
Tony Meeks just got on the high side of Ethan Happ. I'm not sure exactly why, but Happ took advantage of it.
Boy, Jackson with a full head of steam can't finish the runner. Hicks will. No basket. The foul before the shot. Carolina leading Wisconsin by 8.
The only way this tournament could be any better would be if the Lahaina Civic Center had a retractable roof.
That'd be nice. Or we wouldn't mind if maybe they spaced the game over, say a month instead of 3 days. So.
Exactly. Give the teams a month off in between games. Nice hesitation.
And the finish for Berry.
Well, he's a big-time guard. You know, we watched Oklahoma State's Jawan Evans, who is, and that means you can pull up for a mid-range jump shot, or with that hesitation in Wisconsin, and held them without a second shot, which is really remarkable. In every other category, just barely ahead.
Mismatch inside. Meeks comes over to help. Open man is Iverson. Up and under, can't finish, and another rebound for Meeks.
But how about Barry and Britt inside playing tough, even though they're smaller?
Hicks, yes.
Really good pass. Led Hicks away vision.
Robinson back into the game with the Tar Heels. Now Meeks with Thomas on his back. Turnaround, yes.
Just the clinic. They ran a little.
Two seniors, or two of their seniors, specifically Hayes and Koenig, and neither one of them having anything close to a vintage game for them, or even a typical game for them.
Well, and you give most of that credit to North Carolina. I think this is a really good defensive team, the Tar Heels. They are solid in every respect.
Robinson kept it alive. And inside the ballroom that serves as the court down there. Follow Baylor to freedom.
North Carolina is
down. Hayes spinning by Robinson, fouled by Meeks.
Let's take a look at the hook right. 17 in this pace of game to Carolina. That's a pretty big deficit.
They were down 6 with the ball in the last minute of the first half. Down 17, make it 19 now as again Jackson finds his way. They beat Oklahoma State 107-75 last night. Tonight a much different kind of game, but they've been just as impressive.
Well, this team doesn't have the firepower of last year's team with the Bryce Johnson on it. Oh, what a play by Seventh Woods.
Woods turned it over, then Woods made up for it at the other end. Koenig inside, left hand no, tip no. And we've got a foul underneath going against Carolina.
Pins it off the backboard. What a spectacular play. Saving a bucket.
At the line, Vito Brown.
Well, I was mentioning before about last year's team was.
Which is amazing. You think you lose a Johnson.
To Terry Holland for many years at Virginia.
Championship game of the Jim Maui Invitational with Jay Billis. I'm Dan Shulman. Vito Brown knocks down the three. Wisconsin in a desperate search for offense wherever they can get it. Look at Bradley running the court for a big man.
It's tremendous numbers for a first-year player. Double figures in every game.
Jay in 18 minutes per game. And what a rotation Roy Williams has up front right now with Meeks, Hicks, and Bradley, and almost always two of them in the game. Meeks having one of the best games of his career, finds Britt. Britt gets it back, fortunate to do so.
Took a look up at the clock, realized he had plenty of time.
Woods the drive and the kick. Jackson for three.
Basketball.
Hayes with a long two. Could be on the line.
I think it's absolutely on the line. Always have to watch for a lob here with North Carolina.
Just 2 to shoot.
There it is.
Hicks the catch and the finish. Not a lot Koenig could do on that play.
Well, you just have to communicate because you know it's coming. These guys scouted this game. They've played North Carolina before.
Another steal from Meeks.
He just happed Ethan Happ. Ethan Happ did that to him in the first half. Now Kennedy Meeks doing it to him.
Runner for Jackson.
Boy, I did not see. Carolina has beaten Wisconsin at its own game. They can beat you at their tempo for sure. Everybody knows that. But they can beat you at yours too. And that's really saying something.
And nothing falling from the outside for Wisconsin. Tough game for Hayes and Koenig.
Even shorthanded, they've been the best team. And Kentucky is outstanding. They're going to get better and better. But right now, this is a team of veterans that it is going to be really hard to get them off their game. Nobody's going to go undefeated, I don't think. But this team is going to be really hard to beat.
Vito Brown now with a dozen to lead the Badgers. Hicks on the drive. Nice pass. Bradley the finish.
This is a complete basketball team. And that's the move that last year Isaiah Hicks would not have made. He's a much improved player. He was an outstanding player last year. He is even better now.
Hicks stays in front of Hayes. Tap to a wide open Brown. And Vito Brown has made 4 threes in this game. He's been by far the best offensive player.
The paint 32-10 over Wisconsin.
How many times have we seen Joel Berry?
And now North Carolina can use some clock, salt this thing away.
Berry inside for 2 more.
They're just toying. He was injured a good bit last year. And when you're not healthy, it was tough for him to get a rhythm established. Once you get hurt early in the season and you're out, boy, it's tough to catch up.
Berry finishes and is fouled. What a tournament he's had.
Finish the play. It's one thing to get the foul, but he finishes the play. And I'm so jealous of that hair. Man, is that nice. Disappointed that you didn't make the our dance team, and where Walton and I were dancing with the Maui Luau crew.
I'm not sure that's the right word. Probably much more excited about what his team is about to win, and he could. Berry stepping into a bigger role last year and an even bigger role this year on this team, and growing into that role. Looks like he's perfectly comfortable doing so.
Well, he's been the leader of this team, but he's got a bunch of junior and senior leaders with him. This is kind of an old school team that's older.
Happ with another steal, and he will finish. Season.
Yeah, this is a complete basketball team that is playing really, really well. And I'll say it again, I think at this point in the season, they've turned it over the last couple times. Roy Williams not happy about it. At this point in the season, and it's early, but at this point in the season, this North Carolina team's better than last year's North Carolina team.
Which was 1 bucket away from winning a national championship.
Ultimately. Yep. And that team improved immeasurably throughout the year.
Yep. This one is starting off at an incredibly high level. Happ with a block. Happ playing hard right down to the last seconds here tonight. Running the floor, takes the feed from Hill and lays it in for 2 more. And once again,
Stillman White, who number 30, came into the game the other night, really helped North Carolina. Came in the first half and made some really good plays. At 5 points in that one, which is a career high.
Shea Rush with a bucket. The third walk-on, the son of Jaron Rush, who played at UCLA. And one of the officials pretended to have a shoelace undone, blew the whistle just so Wisconsin could make one last change.
That's awesome. That is awesome.
To get Matt Ferris into the game. That's what Greg Gard wanted. So Earl Walton obliged and pretended his shoelace needed tying. And Roy Williams is smiling. He's thumbs up down to the official.
That
Greg
is awesome.
Gard. Yep. Everybody's on board. Let's see if they can get Ferris a shot. Tar Heel fans making some noise, and they've got a right to do so. Their team was outstanding from start to finish here in Maui. How about Brevin Pritzel banking in a three? But the big story is North Carolina. What a performance by the Tar Heels over